Hey everybody, welcome to the GRIT meeting for April. I'm Sabrina Diaz, Emerald Ambassador. And tonight we have so much to discuss and talk about. We had a massive, and I mean massive month last month. I knew we were going into momentum, but we hit full momentum last month. I am just blown away. We have, let me see if we are on, Franny. She went Ruby. Huge congratulations. We had several rank ups, y'all. Kristen's gold, Jamie silver, Nicole is silver, Gigi is fast start, senior silver, Donna is gold, Emily, you're silver. We have so much to be proud of this last month. I am just blown away. But what is really cool and why this meeting is so important today is because this month is going to be even bigger. So there's a reason why I'm very adamant about these meetings, and that's because they change the incentives every single month. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to understand. I had no idea. So if you didn't understand what the Rise Up challenge was this month, don't feel bad. I didn't take the time to read all of it through. I saw Brittany Howard's video and I was floored. I couldn't believe what is in store for this team this month is bizarre. So I am going to be getting on a coaching call with each and every one of you. If it's just me and your sponsor, or me and Tova, if you're my level ones, we're all getting on a call in the next couple of days to map everybody out. But goal is we are going to rank and re-rank this month, every single one of us. We have huge momentum right now and big things to achieve. So what does that mean? So I had sent out the list on how to double your paycheck. This month is double incentives. Let me say that again, double incentives. So whatever you would have made on your paycheck, double that. That's bizarre. You're coming in just now. You are in the right place at the right time. Did anybody see that $10,000 number? That's mind blowing. Fast start, senior Ruby, $10,000, and it doesn't end there. Like there's zero cap to this. So I felt like this was just something we really needed to focus on tonight. So going in, let's see. Okay. I want to start off with this quote just to get us lit up. This says, good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets with planning. We have an opportunity this month. We have an opportunity to explode your business, each and every one of us. That's not me growing your business. That is you growing your own business, and I'm there to help. But each and every one of us has an opportunity, and we are going to make a plan to make that happen. Moving on. So how? We have a lot of questions. How do I do that? I'm going to go over a list of reasons and how we are going to do that. Number one, we're going to enhance your IPA. So what I typically send out, that daily IPA checklist, that's bare minimum. That's bare minimum. It's going to get you moving. But if you want to really captivate on the incentives that are happening in the next 3 months, enhance your IPA. That means going from 3, that is the norm, bump it up, go 5, go 9, go 12, whatever that looks like to you, bump it up. I will guarantee you are going to explode. Now, Brittany said in her video, she reached out to 20 people a day. I'm not saying reach out to 20 a day. But what she saw within 1 month, she grew 1,000 points in 1 month and over 3,000 points in 90 days. She went from emerald, sitting at emerald for 2 years. She went diamond within 3 months. That's bizarre. But the opportunity is sitting at our feet, and we have to captivate. If you want that, if that is something you want, this month, next month, and the month after are the months to do it. So number 2, the opportunity. We have to talk about this opportunity. The incentives are way too good not to share with your happy product users or somebody looking for financial freedom. We have to at least give them that option if they want to take it or not. Number 3, creating silvers. We have talked about this. We have to be able to create those silvers. And what that means is each of us should be going silver each month, meaning we should sign 3 people a month. And those 3, just think of all 3 of them. So you can see 3 and all 3 of them having 3 under them. And then you take those 3 and make 3s under them. That is the opportunity in this business to create silvers. Moving on. Never, ever, ever stop recruiting. I don't care if you have a bomb business builder working with you. You absolutely never, ever, ever stop building your own business. Anything can happen. Always, always focus on your business. Yes, run with your business builders, but never, ever stop running and working your own business. So, and then help your ambassadors duplicate. Don't just assume they know what they're doing. They need to be led, and we have to help them. They won't know how to do this, and we are stifling their business by not teaching them how to do that. And I'm going to break this down. So enhance your IPA. What I mean by that, sooner than later. What does sooner than later means? That doesn't mean week 3, start dropping out messages. No, we need to start today. If you haven't been doing it since day 1, April 1st, you need to start doing it today and building that momentum. You don't want to wait. I had a lot of girls say, oh, I really wanted that tablet, but it's week 3 and I'm just now starting to get into momentum. The only person that can get you into momentum is you. That is it. If you start doing your IPA, you start getting that feedback, you start getting those signs, that is immediately going to electrify your business. And when you have momentum within yourself, it's contagious. It's contagious. And there's a lot to be made this month. And I'm quite sure there's nobody on this call tonight that's going to say, nah, I don't want a double incentive. I'm good. I think we're all there. Even if it's a re-rank or a rank, we're all there. And that's what we're going to do these next couple months. Is 3 reach outs enough? We just covered that. No, it's not. It's good to maintain. It's good to sustain. But if you want to grow, push yourself. Push out of that comfort zone. Always add context daily. This is something because I hear I don't have enough people on my newsfeed. This is a perfect opportunity to start branching out. New product users that are happy, they like their products, host an event for them. That's a whole nother network. That's a lot of network there. Join groups. If it's mom groups, if it's my sister's joined a POTS group on Facebook, you can, POTS is a disease, not a substance. Then there is all types of things. I've joined the NASM group because I'm a certified personal trainer. I tend to find as many groups as I can. That does not mean go into these groups and drop your link. Don't do that. Don't even go into the group and drop a testimony. That means Be friendly, engage in conversation, and add them to be your friend. Once that happens, they're going to already see your news feed. It's a billboard. Okay. You don't have to tell them about the business. It's going to come right back. And then follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. That's what John Maxwell says. And that is true. You can reach out to the same person over 25 times and they will probably could still tell you no. That's okay. That is okay, because at some point they will come around. Everybody always comes around. But if you give up on that person, if you ask one time and they're like, nope, okay, go right back to them. Go next month, go 2 months. Follow up again and again. If somebody leaves you on red, they've read the message. That doesn't mean they're ghosting you. That just simply means maybe they got busy and they're doing something else. So go back and ask more questions. That is enhancing your IPA. Then always, always, always talk about the opportunity. Do not just limit that to anybody. If they want the opportunity, they have the option to say yes or no. But if you don't offer it, they have nothing to answer to. Make sure you are always, always talking about the opportunity. Cast the vision. So when you're initially talking to somebody, you're on that call, cast that vision. I was just in Florida. I stayed at this amazing convention center. I wish you could have been there. It would have been so great to be there together. Well, what do I have to do to get there, Sabrina? And then you start talking about it. You always need to cast the vision. Hey, listen, my family and I, we're looking into getting a camper next year. Like that's bizarre. I never thought I'd be able to do that. That is casting vision to somebody. Maybe it's not a camper to them, but maybe it's a vacation home. Maybe it's going on a second vacation or even a vacation a year with their family. Cast that vision. Earning potential. Let them know what they can earn. Don't hold it back. Let them know. We have graphics. Now don't go sending them those massive ones that are super confusing, but those little ones that say like April and the refer 3, the very simple, easy ones, send those out. Send those out. Show them, hey, listen, this is doable. This is tangible. It's right here. Do you want it? Show them a visual. Just talking about it sometimes isn't enough. I'm more of a visual. I need to see it. Positive, oh, that's a typo. Positive build up. You want to talk to them. Tell them what potential you see in them. What do you feel? Why do you feel they would be good for this business? Why? Give them that positive feedback that they're going to need to build their belief. Because half of us came into this thinking there's no way that I'm going to be able to do this. There's no way. I came into it that way, and Tova told me, oh, no, you're going to be fantastic. And I believed her. And I've built my own belief. And now I know that I can do this business. Not everybody has that coming in, but they will while they are in. And always, always ask questions. Ask more questions. What would you want for your future? What do you see for your kids? What do you want for a job? Do you like your job? Ask them these questions. Get ideas. Start asking the questions so you have good answers to follow it up with. If you don't have those questions, if you're not asking them, there's no way that you can know all of the answers. Ask them questions. People like to talk about themselves. Ask the question and sit back and listen. Don't talk over them. Don't talk for them. Ask the questions and let them answer. Okay, creating silvers. This is huge. So this is what is going to get us moving in this company. I say by the time you're gold, you should definitely be looking for a business builder, but you could always be looking for somebody to do this business with you. And creating a silver, this is how you do it. This is straight from Emily Gibson. So she says, anybody who likes the products, host them an event. Host them an event. They do nothing but send out the invitation, but they see all of the benefits of what the business can do for them. An event is massive. It starts the momentum for them. Always do an event for your new business builders or your happy product users. Get involved. Don't just sit back. Don't assume somebody's going to do it for you or they know what they're doing. You as the leader need to be in every conversation and every discovery call, every business builder call, every welcome call. You need to be in that conversation with your leader. Do not assume that they know exactly what they're doing. You need to be in there so you can guide them to make sure that it's duplicatable and that they're doing it right. Send the tools. We have so many tools, the Frank's list, the retention forms. Make sure Tova just put together in the Google Drive a sanity binder. Go in there and print it all out. That's what the beauty of the Google Drive is. It's a filing cabinet set up for you. Go in there. There's one for your new business builders and somebody running with the business. There's two different ones. Go in there, print it out. That is how you're going to be consistent and organized. You're going to have all the information right there in front of you. It just went up. Utilize it. Get the Frank's list. Start them off strong. So make sure you're going into the Google Drive. Utilize that Google Drive. There's so much good information, and we can all thank Tova for that. That's what she has done for us. And closing the deal. Again, they're not going to know how to close the deals right in the very beginning. They're looking for guidance. You want to make sure that you close that deal with them and correctly. You want to make sure that they have all of their login information. They're using the retention form. If you don't guide them and show them how to retain, they're not going to know how. So this is for my leaders. This is exactly how you create a solid, confident silver. Okay, follow these steps. Never stop recruiting for yourself. Let's dive into this one. Momentum maintenance. So that is exactly like we were talking about before, how you stay in momentum. You're the only one that can do it. And that is how you maintain momentum, is continuing to run and recruit and work on your own business. Your business is not going to be only or solely from somebody else. It's going to help. But if you're not running your own business, you're not going to move the way that you need to. And your business builder, they're going to do what you do. I'm going to get into that in a second as well. There's power in numbers. We all have to work together. The more you recruit, the faster you can start making silvers. So the statistics, they're going to get in. I'm going to get into that as well. But it's the amount of people that you are recruiting, to the signs, to who's going to become a business builder. It's statistics. So there's power in numbers. Recruit, and you're going to start growing wide. The 50% rule. So I was just talking about this before. As a leader, you have to show up at 150%. Why? Because your leaders will do 50% of what you're doing, regardless. So if you're not doing your IPA, there's no chance that your business builder is going to do it. If you're not showing up to the meetings, they're vital meetings, Mondays and Thursdays, your business builder is not going to do it. If you want to set them up for success, do all the things that are required of a leader, or they won't. Plain and simple. And here's the statistics. So I like to say every 10 signs that you get, or every Every 10 messages that you send out, you might get one to sign up. Every 5 that you sign, you might get one business builder. That's what I'm talking about, power in numbers. That immediately duplicates the amount of signs that you get and the amount of business builders by how much your work you're doing. So the more IPA you're doing, the more retention that you're doing, the more recruiting that you're doing, all boils down to the amount of signs you get and the amount of business builders that you get. It's statistically proven. If you're not doing the work, it's not going to happen. Help your ambassadors duplicate. So step-by-step process, just walk them through it. Don't assume, walk them through, use the Sanity Binder that we have for you, use the tools, the university page that we have, the Brand Ambassador University, that is money. Those guides in there help you go through the business like a breeze. It is set up and it's literally right there in separate guides, how to start, how to utilize, how to strengthen your own business. So use those. Those are really good guides. Be a part of the process. Don't assume somebody's going to do it for you. Be in each and every one of the conversations and coach your people. Make sure you have a set time to coach your business builders as well. Frank's List. This is ginormous. So if you want to make your business easy for you, I'm just looking around to see if I even have one up here, but I don't. Get your Frank's List written out the first of every month. It's a simple tool, but it gets everybody who you are talking to for the month out on paper. So there's no thought process. You just start at the top and you go down. You want to up that IPA, just do a couple of them, do a couple more. But if you don't have that Frank's List written out, there's not a lot of wiggle room. There's a lot of thought process that has to go in, and that's when burnout happens. Get that Frank's List written out. And be positive and avoid excuses. So what that means, if you're on the call, if you're on a 3-way call with a prospect or a business builder, do not put excuses into that conversation. Stay positive. Talk about all the potential that could happen. Not, hey, listen, if you don't feel like doing this, you can always cancel. Don't even plant that seed. Hey, listen, you're going to love this. We have options to delay if you want to, but you're never going to need that. You're never going to need that. You're going to love this. If you plant that positivity in the very beginning, it's going to stay. But if you put that seed of doubt, even if it's by accident, it's going to stick in their head. It's setting them up to fail. And then the opportunities this month, we were just talking about the rise up, rank up. This is huge, y'all. This is huge. If you haven't watched the Brittany Howard video, I just sent it out, so I'm not going to go through all the basics. It's in the Grit group. Watch that video. She breaks it down incredibly. And all of the graphics are in there too. So you can see all of your learning potential in there, or earning potential in there. Double rank up bonuses, developing bonuses. So even if you're developing a silver, you still get a bonus. So that is amazing. You're still getting a bonus for developing somebody else. And the re-rank bonuses. I say we all re-rank, but I want to push way past that. There's so much growth on this team right now that shooting small for just a re-rank, think big, go hard, go harder. That 10X rule, you can shoot. I want everybody to shoot for that re-rank and blow past it. Blow right past it, because that potential is there. This team, I'm seeing incredible things happening on this team. And corporate is seeing the momentum that's happening, and we're going places, ladies. We got this. And Chris, if you're here. So to close it off, effort creates action. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates success. That's from my man, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I love this quote because it gets me fired up. And he says, momentum creates success, but you can't get success without taking action. So that's what we have to do together as a team. We have to create that momentum, but it starts with you. If you're not getting into that momentum, you're not going to get into momentum. Nobody can create momentum for you. You got to do it yourself. So I'm going to end this. Let me see. I can stop share. And Tova, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll drop a few little nuggets. Thanks for showing up tonight, guys. So first of all, I'm going to give you props for that. You know, we got our Monday night calls, but you're here in addition to that. So that shows you're serious. And so just a few highlights of what it looks like to really be doing things right in the business, and then what it looks like to be kind of growing in your leadership stuff in the business. It's two different things. So I just want to sum it up. Sabrina already hit on most of this, but actually doing your IPA, I know that sounds obvious, but the printed out Frank's list will keep you accountable to you. And really bare minimum, if you're working 5 days a week, doing 3 reach outs a day, that's 15 times 4, that's 60 a month. So number your Frank's list, 1 through 60, and force yourself to write that many names down and then highlight them as you talk to them. So it's really easy to kind of convince yourself you're doing it. And then when you have a piece of paper to stare at, you're not doing quite as much as you think. So at a minimum, try to hold yourself accountable to that. And then if you want to aim for quicker, how many people you reach out to will dictate the speed that you go. Okay. So you're still going to be successful no matter what. It's just the speed. Who you're in Messenger with will change your news feed. So sending these cold messages, even if people are like, no thanks, I'm good, it will change who is seeing your post and who you're seeing. So definitely be in your Messenger. If you're seeing the same stuff all the time, like you're not in Messenger enough, and get on those people's pages and comment on their stuff they're posting. Follow-ups you already hit on, but I want to nail this point home, or whatever the saying is. 80% of closing happens between the 5th and 12th follow-up. So let's just say average 8 or 9. So don't expect to close anyone quicker than 8 or 9 or 10 times you've talked to them. So if you do sooner, then that's just icing on the cake. And that kind of corresponds to the 90-day turnaround. If anyone's interested in closes quicker than 90 days, you're just doing freaking awesome. So fully expect long-term vision. So if you're ever feeling slow and sluggish in your business, look back in your rearview mirror 90 days. And it is rung true every single time for me when I'm like, why do things just feel like they're not moving? And 90 days ago, something was going on. And life happens, but think that for 90 days from now. And that doesn't mean you're not going to see results quicker. All right. I put in the chat, try to aim for, to sign 10 people, at least one of them going silver. That's your 10% rule. And then for retention, track your people. For every 10 people you sign up, we want to try to keep at least 7 of them. People are going to quit and come and go. That has nothing to do with, you know, you're doing something wrong. That's normal. There's turnover, but you got to track it, because if your turnover is at 50%, then we need to just tweak something. That doesn't mean you suck. We just need to tweak something. All right. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. That motivation follows action. Don't wait to feel motivated to do this stuff, guys. There's many days I just do not feel like doing my IPA. I don't feel like doing it. I'd rather watch a training video. I'd rather talk to Sabrina. And so it's okay if you don't get in your head too much about it. If you don't feel motivated, just do it. Sooner in the day you do it, the better. We have like a bucket of willpower, and you're emptying it through the day. And so statistically, the chance is the longer you wait, the lower your chances are for really getting your stuff done. When it comes to leadership stuff, if you just want to grow faster and grow your team faster, things to keep in mind, and I'm not going to talk long, I promise. Things to keep in mind: being coachable. And a lot of times we say this term, and I like analogies, you know, I like analogies, but what that looks like is, like, let's use a baseball analogy. If somebody's batting and they're not making contact with the ball, and there's something wrong with their form, like, wouldn't the coach, to do his job, would need to be like, okay, move your elbow here, move your hands here. So it would be kind of a waste of energy if, when the coach was trying to fix the dude's, you know, form, the guy was like, but didn't you see how many bases I stole? Like, but I'm really good at catching fly balls. And I'd be like, yeah, man, like you are good at those things. We're talking about batting. Let's fix your batting. You're awesome at, fly balls. We don't need to work on that. Keep doing. Let's get your batting as good as that. So whenever you feel, don't get defensive. Don't feel like, oh, I suck, I'm bad at this. Just because your batting needs to improve doesn't mean you're a bad baseball player. You could be an excellent baseball player. So kind of think of it like that whenever we're trying to help you guys. It's not to criticize at all. It's to help you meet your goals quicker. Showing up to the meetings, you guys are all here, got your cameras on. That's just setting good, strong examples for being engaged. So that's where we come up with that stuff. Talking in chat, cameras on, present, because your team will naturally do less than you. So we can't really ask them to do all those things, engage if we're not doing it. All right. I think that's all. I could go on and on, but I think those are all the things I just wanted to highlight now. I appreciate your time, and let us know. We'll be hopping on some coaching calls with y'all soon, like Sabrina said.
Thank you so much. Now, this is the point where I want to start opening it up at the very end. I want everybody to ask questions if you have questions. If you want to shout somebody out. Again, Franny just went Ruby. We have our first gem. We are beyond excited for her. So, I mean, that's a huge, huge congratulations. She's our first, but certainly not our last. Does anybody have any questions?
I do. It's not a question, Leslie here. It's really more of a statement. Okay, gosh, I'm bothering family here. Let me go back here. Anyway, my statement is this. First of all, congratulations to everybody who ranked up. So much good stuff happening. And Franny especially, she's been such a supporter to everybody, and it does not go unnoticed. So I just want to let her know I'm beyond proud of her and her mom. And talking about reaching out, I was listening to the book today for book club, and it really, I didn't know how important asking questions was until I was listening to that. I'm a little behind on it, but it's made me sort of rethink who I reach out to, and that I'm not bothering them, and if I do, I mean, people are usually I have a few people that ghost me, but I reached out to a girl today. She's a fitness model and she's interested. So I didn't go to her initially because she does do competitions, but she's been looking into probiotics and prebiotics. And she said, please send me some info. So you never know. The people that you look at on your list, even I like, oh, they're not going to be interested, but just give it a shot. What's the worst they can say is no. So yeah, but that's all I had to say.
You rock, Leslie. Thank you so much for feeling confident enough to come on here and just chat. I love your feedback. Always. Thank you so much. Who's next? Who's gonna ask some questions, shout somebody out? We got some new people. Come on, let's see. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. So I, of course, have to welcome Emily and Chris. He's not on the call, but he has, he's a personal trainer and he trains till really late at night. So I promised I would fill him in on all this. I have all my notes here for him to pass along, but I just want to welcome them onto the team. I am so excited to have them both. And guys, just like for encouragement for all of you, these two in particular gave me the hardest time. They were on my list from day one as business builders, and to get on this team, I already knew they were loving their products, but they really resisted. But here we are in the perfect month, April. So I'm so excited for them to get in on this month, especially because I just know they're going to reap every reward, and they're such amazing people personally, and I just know they're going to bring it really to this team and just support everybody. And speaking of support, I love the support everybody shows on this team. I try to comment as much as I can on all of you guys, and I appreciate all the love you give to me when I put up posts. And I really look forward to meeting you guys in person, hopefully at, yeah, exactly, Sabrina, totally, in June. So I'm looking really forward to that. And yeah, so I just wanted to welcome Emily and Chris, who is not here, but I'll let him know I welcomed him.
Christy, did you have something you wanted to say, love?
So, I don't know, maybe you ladies can reach out to me privately. I am a very in-your-face type of girl. If I see you in person, I'll talk your ear off and I'll tell you stories, and you know, I'll tell you awkward stories. I don't care. I just talk. But when it comes to sitting behind a computer or behind my phone or something and cold calling or reaching out to people from high school, there isn't many left, reaching out to people from college or even family members I haven't spoken to in a while, I have a very hard time with cold calls. And I don't know what to say. I feel like everything I do comes off very salesy because I'm not that person. I'm not the person to be like, hey girl, I don't do that. And I never was that person. So I will take any advice that you guys can give me. I do watch videos. I think I have this conversation with Sabrina every single Friday morning, and I take her advice, and I probably take away. I probably do less than what I take away. I take away a lot more, but my actions are probably a lot less than that. So I do baby steps, but I'm ready to take larger steps, but I need to do it in my style, and I need help and advice to get me there. You know, you're talking about writing Frank's list every month. I wrote my Frank's list. I don't have any more people left. I mean, I did just go, I got my business cards. So I'm expanding in that way, but you know, I'm in a small town. I have a K-8 school. I'm not meeting new people. The people that I met are the people I'm going to be with for the next 9 years. So it's hard with something like that. So private, you know, if you can, private message me some advice, maybe a phrase that works well, that nails it every time. I will take anything at this moment just to help me grow. I really want, you know, I'm old now. I'm teetering on just staying there. So I'd really love to explode this in the next and really try to get there, and you know, at least by convention, even just be senior gold. Baby steps. If I could be a Ruby, great, but I'll take senior gold, you know?
Tova, do you want to take this one?
And it doesn't have to be anything to waste anybody's time right now. Like I said, if you want to reach out to me privately or in a text message or, you know, DM, that's fine. I definitely don't want to waste anybody's time right now with it.
No, we're not wasting anybody's time. I'm sure you're going to answer a lot of questions that a lot of people have. So the way that I look at this is it's something that we have to grow. You're never out of a network. The internet is endless. So what I do is when I start, I wouldn't even say tapping, but there's a lot of times that I'm like, oh, who else? That's when I start doing events for other people. So if you have your happy product users, you can host them events. You can join the groups on Facebook. There is endless amount of groups. I don't care if it's clothing that you like to wear or what kind of car you drive. I literally joined a campground group. Like it was just, there's so many groups, and there's groups for everything. And that's where you're going to find even more people. But there's a friend. You have a friend, they know at least 3 people. That person knows at least 3 people. You just start branching. You have to talk. You know, this business is talking. I am way more in person. I'd say a lot more of my networking is done in person because I feel more comfortable in talking while I'm out to breakfast. I invite everybody out for a coffee or out for breakfast because that's where I feel like I do my best work. But I had to grow in areas that I needed to strengthen. So talking on social media. My thing when I first started, I never posted. I just went over this in a coaching call. I absolutely never posted. It was once in a while, and it was either like I had a baby or I bought a house or some kind of ridiculous milestone is the only time I would ever post. I never even answered my phone. I hated to answer my phone. But these are things I had to learn to strengthen. I have read a ton of books. I have watched a ton of videos. I have listened to just podcasts. I type into YouTube how to find my target market, how to find more people in my network marketing business. If you type it in there, the amount of information is endless. So listen, and if it takes getting a little bit uncomfortable, nobody grows comfortable. Ever, ever, ever. Nobody grows comfortable. It took me a long time to get used to retention. I hated it. I'm going to be very, very honest. But I formulated a system that I like to use. And I got Project Broadcast. Andy's going to be helping me with that. And it's a message that goes out monthly by itself. It's fantastic. So I do things and I add things in where I don't need to use that energy. And I put the energy that I need to use towards the things that I am weaker in. So that's typically what I would do. And talk to anybody you know. When you go on vacation, spark up a conversation. When you have a friend, ask them for their Facebook. I literally got my dog groomer's Facebook. I mean, it's endless. My hairdresser, she was just another good contact. People I haven't even talked to in years, like elementary school, years. It was a hard conversation. You know, it was very hard getting out of that comfort zone, but it works. It absolutely works. And it does take getting a little bit uncomfortable. But John Maxwell will tell you, you're not growing if you're comfortable. So push as hard as you can. And then you have myself here and you have Tova here as well. So let me see. Tova, are you back? Are you here? Let me see. I think we lost her. Okay. Anybody else have a question? That was a good one, Chris, because there's a lot of people that have the same question. Anybody else?
So I don't have a question, but I did want to introduce my sister, Lisa. I'm going to add her to the Grit group. She is joining our team. I don't know if she wants to say anything, but this is Lisa, my sister. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Cohen. I am here in Washington, D.C. And as far as I learned, I'm the only one here, maybe. So here we go. We got to do this. So thank you, Arena, my sister, for bringing me in. I'm looking forward and I'm excited about growing our team and creating and all the things. So 2 days in, I'm excited about what's going to be happening in 6 months. Hey, that's it.
I love your fire, Lisa. Yeah, you just light me up. Arena lights me up. So I knew it was going to be a good fit when she said her sister was coming. I was like, okay, I'm in. So welcome. We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all. And thank you for sharing. It's giving me some good insight on what I could, learn, learning from what may happen and what I can look out for and so forth. So this is very helpful.
Wow. Look how far we have grown, y'all. Look at this. This is amazing. Anybody else? All right, y'all. Well, I'm not going to take up our entire night, but thank you all for jumping on tonight. You truly are a huge piece of my heart. I pray for all of you daily. I absolutely love all of you. Big things are happening for this team, individual and as a whole. I absolutely love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on. Have a great night. Bye, guys.